We are back on SpongeBob Tower Defense, and with the brand new Valentine's event that is just now dropping, I figured I'd give you guys the best strategies that you can use to get chocolate as fast as possible. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the Valentine's event is here now, and it says help wanted. SpongeBob needs your help spreading the Valentine spirit. Get chocolate syrup from stories, challenges, and raids. And then we're supposed to spend that chocolate syrup on this shop right here to buy these parade presents. You guys can get yourself a Cupid SpongeBob. You guys could probably even superstar this thing if you guys grind enough. Now, if you guys don't want the Cupid SpongeBob and you're looking for the other thing, you guys are going to need to know how to get the Heartman as fast as possible, because apparently this thing does have a cereal, especially the superstar one. We know for sure that one will have a cereal. So it's the first to 25,000, which means I got to let you know what the fastest ways are. So let's go ahead and hop into all of the testing. There isn't very many options. You guys have the options of challenges. You guys have the options of raids. And then you guys do have the options of these story maps. Now, if I had one suggestion for you guys, it is bring a Carl. You guys definitely need a Carl. Now, the replacement will be the Heartman when you guys do get it. But for right now, Carl is definitely the best option for a starter. He is actually insanely good. And as an AoE, doing like 1 million damage off the rip is always going to be insane. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the fastest complete times that are possible for any of these is Conch Street, Chum Bucket, and Rock Bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and test all three. We're just trying to see which ones are the fastest to complete, because we get 8 chocolate syrup on normal, 8 chocolate syrup on Davy Jones. And both of those are for Conch Street. If you come over here to Camp Coral, it's also 8 for normal, also 8 for Davy Jones. So it does not matter which map you play. You just need the fastest map possible. So we're going to hop into normal. So we're in Conch Street. Let's go ahead and 10x this as fast as possible. And technically, we don't even need units, because we could technically just use our pets to get through this. This is going to be the simplest way for you guys to grind. You guys don't need very strong units, because you can just do normal for all of these. So in the nicest way possible saying, I would say this is the noob method. This would be the best way for a noob to go ahead and get as much chocolate syrup as possible. It takes 33 seconds on Conch Street to get 8 chocolate syrup. Let's see if we can get that time down a little bit. I'm even going to stand here in front of the entrance and see if we can get the time down even more if our pets are helping out. What is our final time? 33 seconds still, so it doesn't look like that's going to change. So in the last guide that I made for you guys were not very happy about the fact that I'm using ChatGPT. And guys, I'll stand on it. I am not a mathematician. I am not very smart when it comes to math, and I don't know what is the right equations to use. So I just go ahead and type it into ChatGPT so that way it can do it for me. But it looks like Conch Street is giving us about 873 currency per hour, or 873 choco syrup. So that's not too bad. We're definitely going to have to write that down on the list. And now we have to go see if there's a story mode that we can complete faster. Now, if there's one thing I know for sure, is Jellyfish Fields is just not it. You cannot get a good time on this no matter what, no matter how hard you try. I don't think we can get a good try on Krusty Krab either, so I'm just going to jump straight to Chum Bucket. Let's go ahead and try normal and see if we can get it done. So we're loaded into Chum Bucket. Let's go ahead and start this wave as fast as possible. And again, our pet should carry. Or did I accidentally put us in Davy Jones? I might have accidentally put us in Davy Jones. Uh-oh. That's not good. Place down things as fast as possible. That is entirely my fault, but I don't think that the time is going to differ. I might have to go run it back one more time on normal mode, because I think I'm definitely on Davy Jones right now. There's no way my pets aren't carrying. It looks like we got 40 seconds, and I'm not liking the looks of that. So let me go ahead and try on normal really quick. I don't know how we ended up on Davy Jones. So this time we're loaded up on normal, and as you guys can see, my pets can clearly carry. That's how it was supposed to be. Let me go ahead and place some Gary Booties. Let me go ahead and place some Squid Bobs. Let me place whatever I can to make this as fast as possible, and let's see if it's... Wait, the Krusty Krab, you can see the Krusty Krab from here? That's sick. I didn't know that. I've never paid attention to that. But let's see if we can get this time faster than Conch Street. What are we getting this time down to? 39 seconds, so only a second faster. This one's definitely not it. Let's go ahead and test out that Rock Bottom really quick. I can't remember if Rock Bottom's a little bit faster than Conch Street or not. So this run is going steady right now. We have our pets carrying. We have our Carl placed down. Let's go ahead and get our Gary Booty down, our Squid Bob, just like all the other runs. And let's see if we can get this time under 33 seconds. What is the time? 38 seconds. So your fastest method is definitely going to be Conch Street for noobs. I'm sorry to say the noobs, but unfortunately it is the noobs. If you guys don't have very many units, Conch Street is definitely going to be your best bet. Go ahead and go into normal, and you guys can get just as much as anybody else. Now is for the mediocre grinders, and that is going to be these raids. Now, I can't really run Mermaid Lair, so I think I'm going to wait until the next one. But both Bubble Bowl and Dunces and Dragons are really good, so we're going to have to test and see how much we're getting for both of them. So maybe I'll just go ahead and show off the pro strat first, and let's go ahead and head over to the challenges. This is going to be the best possible thing that you can run, in my opinion. If you guys have some type of macro that you guys know how to run through challenges, there is one where you can just set up a bunch of clicks and have it placed a bunch of different areas, so that way challenge macros work, and you'll see why challenge macros are the best right now. So we're loaded up into Patty Vault. Let's go ahead and start this wave. We got to try and beat this as fast as possible. I don't think the pets carry like they do in all the other story modes because we are on Davy Jones, but we do have some units that we can place, and that is Carl. We can place our Gary Booty. We can prevent all possible leaks right now. I'm really looking forward to getting this Heartman because I'm really hoping that having that insane AoE is going to be a way better carry than this Carl right here. Now, challenges do give 25, and it took a minute and 23, so let me go ahead and do some math really quick, but I can already tell you guys this is way better than the Conch Street method. So the question is, what about 25 every 83 seconds for currency? It says per hour down here, 3,600 seconds, and it looks like we're getting 1,084 per hour. So almost a 200 difference, almost actually over a 200 difference in currency per hour if you guys are running challenges over Conch Street. And that's just Patty Vault. I think there is some others that are better than Patty Vault. Maybe there is some that are a little bit slower. So it definitely depends on which challenge map that you're on. But if you have a macro for all of them, overall, it's going to be much, much better. So now we're on Flying Dutchman, and I got to make sure I'm here right when they start to spawn because we need to get this done as fast as possible. Now, yes, it is still Davy Jones, but we got to see just how quick we can get it done. Hopefully, Carl will be enough. Hopefully, my Squid Bob and my Gary Booties will be enough. The reason I'm not too worried about the Sponge Boy is I think that this thing is way too slow on the animation, so it starts to leak a little bit sooner than it should. So it looks like Flying Dutchman ship is also under the 130 mark, 1 minute and 28 seconds. So you guys can see that all the times are pretty much in the same kind of area. It was a 5-second difference between this one and the Patty Vault. So they are going to be different times, but overall, your best bet is going to be running challenges. Challenges have the best amount for the amount that you do, and getting all of these materials are super dope. And you guys are going to be prepping for the challenge tokens for when they do the challenge refresh next week, along with the raid refresh. So now we have what is possibly, I think, the fastest raid map. Now, you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive Middle Ages is the fastest to complete. And now we can go ahead and test to see how much we're getting. We're getting 50 from here, but is it faster to do this, or is it faster to do challenges? So we're loaded up in Davy Jones in the Middle Ages. Now, I don't know how hard this actually is because I don't think I've played this since the new update, but oh my goodness, wait, we might actually leak. This thing doesn't even have full map coverage. I'm actually kind of surprised. This is the first time I've ever seen something not have full map coverage. I'm sure I could get full map coverage if I backed it up. Oh yeah, surely. It goes all the way back here. But I want to see, is Gary Booty going to give me full map coverage? It is. It's going to give me full map coverage. Is it going to be able to keep up with both lanes, though? It looks like it is. Wait, Gary Booty is still insane. So is Squid Bob. Squid Bob's up there. So is Sponge Boy. All these units are still insane for grinding. So it looks like we did manage to beat it in 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So maybe Bubble Bull is actually the fastest method. I might have to double check that. I know Medi was telling me that he was beating it in under 3 minutes. So I would have to assume that Bubble Bull is just a little bit faster than Middle Ages. So after inputting it into ChatGPT of what about 50 every 182 seconds, because it was 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and it looks like we're getting 989. So only a little bit less than the challenge macro. And if you guys are running raids, it's way easier to macro than challenges. Now, if you guys are just physically grinding, I'm pretty sure challenges will always be the best possible thing. Now, I am going to stick around until we do end up getting Bubble Bowl around because I want to see if that is the fastest map. So now we have the Bubble Bowl and we're loading in straight immediately. Let's see how fast we can get the Bubble Bowl done, and it's still 50 if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and 10x this thing. Let's go ahead and start the wave. Let's get our crawl down as fast as possible. Hopefully we can cover for all of these leaks with our pets. Uh-oh, I actually don't know if we can or not. Oh, we could. We can take out all of them just barely. So let's go ahead and place down some Gary Booties. Let's place down some Squid Bobs. It feels like I'm repeating myself, but we have to keep repeating ourselves to find out what the best possible method is for all of these currencies. So it doesn't look like Bubble Bull is faster. It looks like 3 minutes and 11 seconds on the playtime for that one. So it's definitely faster for you to still be running Dunces and Dragons. Dunces and Dragons is the fastest raid. Run that if you want a consistent macro. Run challenges if you know how to work around challenges. But those are going to be your fastest methods. You guys can start racing to get your guys' selves a Heartman or whatever this thing is called. I think it's Heartman. Yeah, Heartman as fast as possible. try to get one of those good cereals. You guys need 25,000. It is a little pay to win on the cereal base because if you have the 2x chocolates, but I am not going to be buying that 2x chocolates. I'm going to be manually grinding this the whole time. That is going to do it for today's video though. If you guys did enjoy and you learned something new, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos or updates. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.